Nobody talks about writing anymore. Not the swish of the brush or the stroke of the pen. Not the music of the keys when we put our mind down on paper. Writing used to be motion and character and feeling. Now, it all started several years ago with a fountain pen I found in my high school library. After that, I slowly found myself in love with the old way of doing things. One pen soon grew into two, then four, until I decided to buy my first typewriter. It was this old piece of junk someone from the 70s had used, or should I say, abused. The keys wouldn't strike, nothing worked, and I found myself the recipient of a very large $6 paperweight I had paid $34 shipping for. But I knew someone had to be around to fix it. I had heard of this guy who fixes typewriters in Highland Park, so my journey started there. I wasn't really prepared for what I'd find, though. It seemed so out of place there. Graffitied walls, abandoned shops, and a typewriter store of all things. And when you walk inside, it's like stepping straight into the 1970s. And the owner, he has this eccentricity about him, like he could talk forever.
So the IBM Model Cs and Ds, the Adler 21s, your Olympia SGE 50s, and those were very, back in late 70s, those were very popular. So for many years at night, I used to go to night school, and then twice a week at the shop, I'd be working nights when our mechanic would come in, Gerhard, to work on our shop machines, because he was a part-time mechanic. My dad learned the office machine business working for a May company. He went there as a salesman, and when they saw on his information that he had machinists and general maintenance behind him, they asked him if he would want to join their office machine division. So then from there he opened his own business, and I think around 1960, 62 he opened his company. And I was born in 62, Danny was born in 1960. So right away, as soon as we were big enough, we would go to the shop, and then he would give us typewriters that were dropped, and he'd say, take these apart. So he gave us a little toolkit, nothing fancy, and we would take the machines apart. And that's how we started he would say, I want you to take it apart, look how we're taking it apart, study it, and then save the good parts. And we put them, little screws here, keepers go here, nuts go there, springs. So that's how we got, inventory.
I soon learned that there was a method to their madness. Like their type of work was a language foreign to today. We all had to face the future, I guess, and choose where we wanted to go.
In the year 2000, you were seeing the word processor more. So I was telling my dad, we're not seeing too many manuals anymore. You should get rid of this stuff. And he goes, no, I'm not, this is my shop, Ruben. You don't. I'm okay here. You're in the field. I go, okay, Dad. You know what I mean? So when my dad passed away, I had to decide which way I was going to go. The copier business would have been more, lucrative. But when you have a shop full of typewriters, what are you going to do? All of a sudden, people are bringing in these manuals. I go, oh, well, yeah, cool. And I go, oh, well, we have the parts. Yeah, I need this lever. I go, we have one. And I always give credit to my dad, to all these people. Why wouldn't if my dad didn't save this stuff, I wouldn't be able to fix it. You know what I mean? So luckily, he held on to all this stuff, and now we're using it.
Seeing them work, it seemed almost meditative. It reminded me of simpler times, before everything had a screen.
It was funny. Before then, even the youngsters would say time is slow. But as soon as you hit that year 2000, everything got faster, technology. now everything is just too fast. And I think that's why a lot of people are going back to the typewriter. Because your computers, you get distractions with all the instant mail, instant messaging, Facebook, all that good stuff. So they do just want to slow down. They feel they can concentrate better. When they find the right typewriter that fits them, it just talks to them. Whether we're going to still be in the store, I'm not sure. Because Highland Park is changing and it's going up. This real estate company called and said you could be getting more money. So they doubled their rent. They're out. Now you got 2 stores empty because companies are buying these stores up and they could care less whether they're open or rented or not. They just want maximum rent. If they don't get rent, they can still write it off. So it doesn't hurt them. I'm just always afraid that one day they'll walk in, oh, we sold the building to this guy or company and your rent's going to be double. So that's what I worry about. Now, I've tried to talk to other people. Unfortunately, other shops have gone under in these past few years. I send people, oh, those guys aren't there no more. How about, oh, they're gone. And I've talked to some of these guys, and I always thought they were old school like me. And I said, well, who was you training? Where'd you go? Oh, we just got a book, or we just in there. And I go, oh, okay. I mean, you never went to? No, we never did any of that training. So I can't use them here. You know what I mean? I tried to find somebody else maybe, and I can't find like me and Danny. So if you don't have that, then I don't want you working on somebody's typewriter, because a lot of these typewriters mean a lot to these people. So one mistake can hurt somebody a lot.
It seemed obvious that he had a legitimate fear. Seeing him hide it so well made me wonder whether or not there'll be someone to pick up the pieces when he's gone. Still, one can only hope.
With all this knowledge, I hate to be like my dad. He passed away and took all his knowledge with him. Because, life is short. We don't appreciate, the little things like we should. We're always too busy doing this and that. And think about it, nothing really matters. We're here for a while, and then we're gone. The earth keeps going. You think about all these people, we lost a lot of people, actors and singers, and people, and, we're not here very long. So you can't take stuff too much seriously, because we're not here that often. You gotta kind of let some things go and just keep going and enjoy the day.